I'm Noah Bierman, and I cover the Vice President for the Washington Bureau of the Los Angeles Times. Kamala Harris was asked by President Biden on March the 24th to take over the diplomatic leadership role in stemming the tide of migrants from Central America, notably the three countries that are known as the Northern Triangle: El Salvador, Guatemala, and Honduras.
But I've asked her, the VP today, because she's the most qualified person to do it, to lead our efforts with Mexico and the Northern Triangle.
Part of that role is also to deal with Mexico, because that is the point of entry into the United States, by which many of the migrants come through, almost all of them. Republicans are eager to make Kamala Harris the face of this, what they're calling an immigration crisis at the border. And honestly, because neither the president nor the vice president has gone to the border, she's an easy person to highlight for not going to the border, even though that's not technically part of her purview. Although her task obviously does have a big impact on the border, because she's trying to look for the root causes of why people are leaving these countries and headed toward the border. But the day-to-day issues with the border being so overwhelmed with people, and children unaccompanied in particular, not being able to fit into some of the facilities where they're being kept that look, frankly, inhumane to a lot of eyes, that's not her role. And of course, those are dramatic pictures that people see, and very disturbing pictures that people see. And of course, that's going to be the bigger political issue. And, she is a prominent person. She's obviously the future of the party. So they're eager, the Republican Party is eager to make her the face of really one of the biggest problems that the Biden administration is having. This is a huge problem. These countries have, decades, if not more, of this crisis building up that's led people to leave in very dangerous journeys, in some cases, children being sent without their parents on very dangerous journeys. And the countries themselves are led by people who in many cases are not trustworthy partners for the kind of diplomacy that they're talking about doing. President Biden had a similar task when he was vice president, and he paints it as a success, yet here we are. Somebody else is being asked to do essentially the same task, which shows you how successful he actually was at it. There's quite a bit at stake for the vice president. This is her first solo mission, the only task she's had in the Biden administration that rises and falls on her abilities, where she's not a partner of the president, but something that she is directly responsible for. But as one Republican lawmaker said to me, this is equivalent to when Mike Pence got the assignment to lead the coronavirus task force for President Trump. It's just really difficult. It's not something the president wanted to deal with. It's a huge headache that's being handed off to the vice president. So she's definitely got her work cut out for her. Beyond that, there are millions of people who are living in these countries who are facing, a lot of economic and security threats that are depending on the kinds of things she's saying for improving their daily lives, hoping to build better economies there, hoping to build more opportunity, and hoping to increase the safety, all with the backdrop of governments that have had quite a bit of corruption. The vice president and her advisors have articulated a lot of the challenges here, but they haven't really given us a roadmap for what they plan to do strategically. We don't really know how they're going to conquer these goals. They've asked for a lot of time. They haven't really said how we should measure success or how long we should wait to see results. They do plan on traveling to the region, to Guatemala and Mexico in the coming month or two, probably. But they have an issue as far as traveling to Honduras in particular, because of the level of corruption in that country and the delicacies of trying to deal with the government that they do not trust.